Welcome back to another episode of Motorista, and what we have for you today is the BMW 330i, codenamed G20, and this is the replacement for the BMW F30. So this is quite a significant car for BMW. It was originally introduced in 1975 and they've sold over 15 million units. The question is, have the Bavarians done enough? So first things first, let's have a look at the front of the car. What have BMW done? Now, their design language, which is throughout all their models now, they've got the active kidney grills here. We've got the new designed headlights, which give it an elongated look. And down the bottom there, you can see the active cruise sensors for the car as well. This is the M package, so it does have the more aggressive front bumper bar. But let's go and have a look at the side and see what they've done. So you're probably wondering, what's this bloke doing sitting by the side of the car? Well, I thought I'd do this to give you a perspective of the overall size of this new 3 Series. Now, BMW have increased the overall length of the car by 76 mils. They've increased the width of the car by 16 mil, and they've lowered the overall car by 10 mil. They've also been able to shave 55 kilos off the overall car. Now, this is quite significant. What does this all mean for the market, and what does this mean for BMW? It means that the market for larger cars is growing, and this particular car today is about the same size as an early generation BMW 5 Series. So let's have a bit of a walk around on the rear. The first thing you'll notice are these 3D rear taillights BMW have introduced. It is a bit of a design language, and you would have seen that on most of the BMW range now. It does give the car a more linear and longer look. It is 16 mil wider, the car, so I think that sort of helps on the rear as well. Second thing to note, now BMW have given you dual exhaust pipes, so it does give it a more aggressive look. So in regards to the boot space, you're still getting 480 litres. To pretty much give you a bit of a reference point, we're going to put a pram in there to just show you what you can and what you can't get in there. So that's the pram, and that's the attachment to it. So that ain't half bad. You've still got some room, maybe for some oranges and all that sort of stuff, whatever you're going to get from the supermarket. There is still a considerable amount of room if you're thinking about going shopping, but there it is, the BMW 330i. So now that we've had a look at the exterior, let's have an in-depth look at what BMW have developed for their interior packages. So first thing to note is that it is an overall simplistic design. We've got a fully digital dash out in front of us with the navigation controls also telling us where to go. We've got this new touchscreen, can be navigated in a few different ways. That's really, really nice. Cup holders here and another 2 extra on the doors. That's really good. The iDrive system now is incorporated a lot more of the other things, including the start-stop button, which is really good. It's been relocated from underneath the steering column. You've got the armrest, which is giving you a little bit more storage. Some auxiliary points here. They've gotten rid of the telecommunications stuff that used to be in there, so you've definitely got a lot more space in there as well. In comparison to the F30, it's a big change, and you can really see where that increased space BMW has incorporated, being the width and the length of the car as well. The seats feel a lot more luxurious, the materials used, the stitching is really, really nice. And we're going to go out and have a look at the back seats and really see where that extra 76 mil BMW has given us. Let's see how that translates into the rear seats. So now let's have a look at the rear seats of this BMW G20. For me personally, the front seat has been adjusted to my driving position, and I can tell you there is so much room in the back. That increase, which is about 76 mil, is definitely interpreted to so much more space back here. It really is quite nice. So what else do you get apart from the space? You've got the climate control systems here for the passengers. You've got some USB-C ports here for charging your phones and your iPads and so on and so forth. You've got that center armrest here, which has got a couple of cup holders. But apart from that, you've also got another 2 cup holders. So you've pretty much got 4 cup holders, which is really, really good, because when you're going on some long journeys, you need places to put most of all these drinks. So there it is. the motorway at the moment, and the first thing we're going to do is have a look at this active cruise. So we're going to set that, and we're going to set the kilometers as well. We're going to preset the distance that we've got, and off you go. So what this active cruise does is it monitors the speed limit and will increase and decrease depending on that. It also does use GPS to determine what the speed limit for a certain area is. So apart from that, we've got the information on the digital dash and on the overhead display, which gives us the speed limit, what we're currently traveling, and that active cruise has been set. Apart from that, that's really all you want to know. We've got this beautiful digital instrument cluster, which has got the navigation, and it's telling us where we're going. It's got the adjoining streets, so a lot of information is there. On the left hand side, we've got the digital tacho with the rev range on the other side. Now a lot of people have said that it's a little bit disoriented because it's flipped the other way around. When you're driving, it's not something you notice, and it's not something that you really want to concentrate on. You want to look dead ahead and continue driving. So moving on from that, we've got the new digital screen here also. You can navigate that in a few different ways. You can use gesture control, you can use the touch screen, or the iDrive system, which has been upgraded also. You can also use what BMW have now introduced is their Hey BMW. So we'll test that, and it's activated straight away. Hey BMW, can you set the temperature to 27 degrees? So just like all technologies, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's always a little bit temperamental. But we have done some extensive testing on it, and it does respond to a lot of the commands. You just kind of need to know what to say, and there is a certain sequence or a certain way that you have to explain it for BMW to really understand, and I think you'll kind of get the gist of it, and it gets a lot easier as you continue to use it. It's not as advanced as what Siri may be or what Google may be, but it definitely does hit the mark on what it is trying to achieve. Now BMW is still trying to understand what it is I was asking her, so we're just going to have to mute her for now. Go away BMW. So there it is. So how is the drive? Well, it's very comfortable. Currently I've got it in comfort mode, and it does feel very comfortable. Next, if we move that over to sports, you definitely do feel the change in the suspension. It has got the active suspension, so it's a little bit more stiff. The steering is a little bit more tighter, and you kind of understand that it is in sports mode. So we'll go back to comfort because we're on the highway. We want to feel relaxed, and that is what this car pretty much brings to the table. So one of the most important features of this car is being used currently, and that's the coffee cup holders. So what we'll do now is switch to sports. We'll lower the gears, give it a little bit of a rev, and it sounds really good. You can definitely notice that it's in sports mode. The steering wheel's a lot more firm, more acceleration. My mum's calling me. So all in all, it is a fantastic update. It feels luxurious. There's a lot of premium materials that have been used to construct this interior, and you can feel them and you can definitely see them. It really embodies what a 3 Series has always been about. It's a daily driver, and it is a luxury car mixed in with sports performance. So it kind of ticks all those boxes for me. The drivability of it is very, very easy. BMW always have been a driver's car, and this by far is nothing less than that. So it's fantastic to drive, it's beautiful to look at, and overall I think it's definitely worthy of the 3 Series badge. Alia, you gotta be quiet. We're recording, damn it. It's definitely big enough for the whole family. She's crying, she's still crying.